Hello, everyone. This is Oxford News This Week, and I'm with my co-anchor, of course, Terry Stiles. On this edition of Oxford News This Week, part 3 of the third trial will begin jury selection. In the last story, can we read a book? And the boys varsity basketball team rally against a very tough Berkeley. That and more on this edition of Oxford News This Week.
In a guilty verdict of the trial of Jennifer Crumbley, mother of the November 2021 Oxford High School shooter, eyes are now on the father, James Crumbley. Last week, James' lawyer filed a motion for a change of venue because he doesn't believe he will not find an impartial jury after all the publicity surrounding Jennifer Crumbley's trial. According to the American Bar Association, if a case has received widespread pre-trial publicity, one of the parties may make a motion for a change of venue in an effort to secure jurors who haven't already been informed or formed an opinion about the case. James Crumbley's trial is set to start on Tuesday, March 5th, beginning with jury selection, which could take several days. He will be represented by a different attorney than his wife. We will keep you updated on the trial. Jim?
A Republican lawmaker in Michigan has lost his committee assignment and staff last week, days after posting an image of racist ideology on social media. House Speaker Joe Tate, a Democrat who is black, said he will not allow the House to be a forum of racist, hateful, and bigoted speech. State Rep Josh Shriver, who is white, shared a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, that showed a map of the world with black figures greatly outnumbering white figures, along with the phrase, the Great Replacement. The conspiracy theory says there's a plot to diminish the influence of white people. Shriver, who represents portions of Oakland County, which does include Oxford and Lake Orion and Macomb counties, can vote on the House floor. But Tate removed him from a committee and told the House Business Office to oversee his staff members who still can assist constituents. A message-seeking comment from Shriver wasn't immediately returned. He defended his social media post last week. Shriver was elected for a 2-year term back in 2022. Governor Gretchen Whitmer, a Democrat, released a statement Friday calling it abhorrent with rhetoric for that comment. Terry.
The Downtown Development Authority Director Kelly Westbrook said the DDA had a big win last week as they passed the Oakland County Main Street accreditation process with flying colors. Westbrook said she was thrilled at the announcement and said it couldn't be done without the teamwork and support of the DDA board, the Village of Oxford management team, the Lake Orion DDA committees, and all the volunteers who make things happen. Humbling and heartwarming is what Westbrook said of the help from business owners, committee members, the DDA board, the village management team, Oakland County and Lake Orion DDA members who came out to support the team as they went through the annual Main Street accreditation process. Westbrook says the Oxford DDA has the best volunteers and business owners around and couldn't be more proud of the relationship. Jim?
And keeping it on the DDA front, in other DDA news, Downtown Development Authority Kelly Westbrook, the director, is warning prospective summer market vendors that some individuals are attempting to gain payment from vendors for the downtown market events. Westbrook says no outside Village of DDA's Kelly Westbrook or Kimberly Smith will be involved in handling of the market vendors. Westbrook is asking to please be cautious of anyone asking for payment or indicating that they are affiliated with the DDA on this or any other market that they host. Be aware of that, Terry.
In Oxford Township news, the master plan survey deadline is fast approaching. Oxford resident Babette Sullivan gets kudos for encouraging her Hope Senior apartment neighbors to stay civically involved by filling out the survey so she could deliver them to the township. The plan outlines a future vision for the community's land use and development over the next 10 to 20 years. It includes goals, objectives, and policies for public facilities and infrastructure, and to redefine the desired nature and future development. Take the survey today online at survey.golytic.org. Jim?
And this coming up real fast, when voters cast their ballots for the February 27th election, voters in Oxford, the 5th Precinct, will be asked to support two proposed replacement millages for Lake Orion Community Schools, a non-homestead millage, and the sinking fund millage. Oxford Township Precinct 5 is along with the southern border of the township and falls within the Lake Orion Community School District boundaries. Lake Orion Superintendent Ben Kirby notes that both millages are for 10 years and are currently in place, and that the district is not raising any tax rate on either of the proposed millage. Kirby said both millages are essential for the district, and in case of the non-homestead millage, it will help general operating costs, while the sinking fund will help with such things as facility repair, maintenance, and school bus purchases and technology upgrades. Terry.
The Oxford Women's Club is offering scholarships through the club's 2024 scholarship program for graduating Oxford senior students. Students must live within the Oxford School District or attend an Oxford area school. Students need only a 2.0 GPA or 2.0 GPA on a 4.0 scale to be eligible. All genders are encouraged to apply for the scholarships. Winners will be awarded a minimum of $1,000 each. The Women's Club supports a wide range of educational opportunities for students. Scholarships are open to students planning to attend 2-year or 4-year schools, technical schools, or a program leading to a certification. Students within special education are encouraged to apply if they are planning to pursue their education after graduation from high school. Every student has a story, and students can tell the Women's Club their story in their application answers. The scholarship application form can be obtained at the Oxford High School Counseling Department office. Applications are due to the high school counseling department by March 16th, so hurry up and get those done.
In a way of showing support and solidarity, 3 Oxford Elementary School staff members had their heads shaved by the students last week, and how much they care about their teacher, who's now battling cancer and also trying to raise money for a good cause. Principal Jeff Brown, media paraprofessionals Shannon Schaefer, and Ryan Shetnedler, school safety officer, volunteered to sit under the clippers run by the Oxford Elementary School students, who took turns at shedding them from their locks. The event honored 3rd grade teacher Jamie Bartlow, who was diagnosed with breast cancer on the 30th of November. They've raised $1,500 for a Humble Design, a nonprofit organization that changes lives and communities, transforming houses into homes for people emerging from homelessness. Bartlow, who attended the event virtually due to her current receiving chemotherapy, said the gesture was amazing and she was overwhelmed with all the love and support. Bartlow, who's been with the Oxford Community School District since 2002, wanted this event to be a fundraiser for Humble Design because she believes in the organization's mission, and she wanted to put a positive spin on her situation. Since 2009, Humble Design has filled more than 2,910 homes in 5 cities, including Detroit, with donated furniture, household goods, and more than 8,600 individuals and single parents, children, young adults, seniors, and veterans have been served by this organization by transforming empty houses into homes that foster comfort, stability, and pride. Humble Design allows people to focus on their personal and financial stability. Oxford Elementary School has been supporting Humble Design for a while by collecting donations and sending staff members to do volunteer work, Bartlow will be on leave for the rest of the school year while she finishes up her chemotherapy and has surgery and receives radiation therapy. Her doctors are very confident that this is a totally treatable and beatable cancer. We wish her well. For now, Bartlow is going to maintain a positive attitude, continue learning from her family at home and her family in the Oxford school system. Again, we here at OCTV wish her well in that endeavor. Terry.
In our Behind the Lens this week, 8 Oxford High School student athletes sat with their parents as they signed their national letter of intent in front of family, friends, teammates, coaches, and administrators in the gym at the high school on February 6th. The signers included Jake Cady, continuing football at Grand Valley State University, Cooper Kaufman, soccer at Ohio Northern University, Olin Charnstrom, swimming at Wayne State University, Corinne Erke, is that how you say it? I hope I didn't mess that up. Soccer at Ferris State University, Liam Pearson, diving at Cleveland State University, Ellie Seitler, diving at Cleveland State University, Gabriella Waite, golf at Point Park University, and Sean Wilson, football at Massachusetts Institute of Technology. My goodness. Student athletes individually shared a thank you to everyone who was there for their journey. Varsity coaches also spoke a few words about the athletes they had on their teams. Oxford varsity football head coach Zach Line congratulated all of the athletes and offered some words of advice. He knows from what he speaks. It was the second signing ceremony Oxford Athletics has held this school year, bringing the total to 14 student athlete scholarships. Congratulations. What a great story. I just love hearing that kind of stuff. It's fun.
Yes, good stuff there, as I say, and they did honor those pictures we had in our last the Behind the Lens. They were at the halftime of the basketball game the other night. So it's a great testament to the athletic program and these students who are going to carry on the legacy into another,
another phase of their journey.
Exactly.
My goodness, how exciting for their parents too.
Academically and on the sports field.
Yeah. MIT, for heaven's sakes.
No
wow.
doubt. In our last story today, Terry Stiles will be reading a very important about 2 young adults up and coming, and we wait for him all the time. Dave Kenny. He'll have Auto Talk and Science in the News. You are watching Oxford News This Week on Oxford Community Television.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from Automotive News. 4 years after Ford Motor Company botched an overly complex launch of the 6th-generation Explorer, the automaker is simplifying production of the 3-row crossover by cutting this hybrid version and offering more standard features on the 2025 model. Officials hope a new front end with a larger grille, bigger touchscreen, and updated center console can help the Explorer remain the best-selling large crossover, a title it wrested back from Toyota Highlander in 2023, even as volume fell 10%. The Explorer, which former CEO Jim Hackett called the heart and soul of Ford, will start at over $41,000, including shipping. That's less than $3,000 more than today and about $8,000 higher than the redesigned 2020 model. The 2025 Explorer, on sale this summer, sets on the same rear-wheel drive unibody platform that will offer 2 carryover engine choices: a standard 2.3-liter EcoBoost 4-cylinder or an optional 3-liter turbocharged V6. The Explorer will be offered in 4 trims: Active, ST, ST Line, and Platinum. Ford is cutting the XLT and King Ranch trims after 2024. In addition, Ford is dropping the hybrid variant that was introduced on the last redesign because fewer than 5% of retail buyers chose that 2020 version. The company will continue to offer a hybrid on the Police Interceptor utility version, however. Ford said governments value the savings because those vehicles idle for long periods of time. The simplified ordering options extend to the interior. Instead of choosing the size of the touchscreen depending on trim, Ford made the new 13.2-inch screen standard across all models. Adaptive cruise control with blind spot monitoring is also standard across the lineup, as are heated seats and a trailer tow package. Ford is targeting millennials, a demographic that soon will be Explorer's largest customer base, and said they tend to tow more than other buyers, often using the vehicle for recreational activities such as camping. By streamlining the ordering experience, Ford might also be more likely to avoid the early stumbles of the redesigned 2020 Explorer. Simultaneously launching the Lincoln Aviator, along with the gasoline and hybrid versions of that Explorer across multiple trims, resulted in delays and defects. Still, some options remain. Buyers can choose from 4 new wheels and 6 exterior colors, including a new Vapor Blue. There are 4 interior themes depending on trim, designed to represent earth, air, fire, and water. Each trim also features a unique grille, Ford said. Most Explorer trims will have the latest versions of Ford's Blue Cruise hands-free driver assist system, which can be improved via over-the-air software updates. It also will be the first Ford product to feature the new Ford Digital Experience infotainment system, which includes the ability to watch YouTube or play video games while parked. Ford hopes the freshened Explorer can lead to a sales rebound. Last year's volume of almost 187,000 marked just the second time since 2019 that deliveries dipped below 200,000. Still, it was the top-selling large crossover in a segment that rose 8% as the rival Highlander logged a 24% decline. Well, that's it for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television.
Back with you on Oxford News this week. Oh yes, and a Tigers jersey can only mean one thing. We are so close to baseball, and that would be on the high school level, college level, and of course our own Detroit Tigers. Pitchers and catchers reported this week, I had to wear the jersey, just a sign of spring to come. And on the Oxford front, sports-wise, Oxford High School boys varsity basketball team continued their winning streak this past Friday night. The win over Berkeley, it was a tough-fought contest, bringing the Wildcats' record to 13-5 overall and 10-2 in the OAA Blue. The win also marks the Wildcats' 6th straight victory. Wildcats hosted the Bears from Berkeley at the school. Fellow OAA Blue contender ranked 3rd in the league, just below Oxford, which is ranked 2nd. Just one game behind Avondale, which stands at 14-5. Back and forth play saw both teams digging deep. The Wildcats found themselves trailing by 2 points in the final seconds of the game with just 16 seconds left. Oh yeah, none other than our own team, of course, scored at the last minute on a 3. It was, of course, Mr. Champagne hit and the game-winning 3-point shot, putting Oxford at 39-38 at the final buzzer. Champagne led the Wildcats scoring that night as well, 18 points, followed by Luke Stuffin at 11. The Wildcats are on the road against, took on Notre Dame Prep. They did lose that contest. Again, we will definitely be covering more of the boys basketball, and you'll have to watch out for that game against Berkeley. That'll be on OCTV. It is a nail-biter. Good stuff there. And we're talking about wrestling now. 7 Wildcats are moving into the MHSAA Division I Wrestling Individual Tournament after their qualifying during the district tournament on Saturday at Saginaw Heritage High. Qualifiers from the Oxford varsity wrestling team finished at the top 4 in their weight classes, where Oxford accepted a void in the 106-pound weight class. The Wildcats head to the Lapeer for the MHSAA Division I Individual Regional on Saturday. The Wildcats also complete on the MHSAA Division I Girls Individual Regional on Sunday. Congratulations to our wrestlers. And the girls that don't get enough cheer, we should cheer them on, of course. Oxford's varsity competitive cheer team finished 4th out of 7 varsity teams in Division I schools. At the Mardi Gras Invite, Oxford High School on Saturday, Lake Orion finished in 1st place with a cumulative score 777.28. Clarkston earned 2nd place. Their finish was 770.3. Romeo High School. The Bulldogs, they were third at 768.5. Oxford finished fourth at fourth place. The score there, 740.92, very impressive. Birmingham United West, Bloomfield, Southfield, AT&T also competed in the varsity portion of the Mardi Gras Invite. Cheer competitive competitions are 3 rounds with final standings determined by the team score in the first round. Cheerleaders show their jumping skills, ability to choreograph different motions. The second round is about precision, tumbling, jumping, and flexibility. The third round focuses on tumbling and stunting and includes pyramids, aerial maneuvers. The Wolves JV team won their varsity division with a cumulative score at 680.34. Oxford JV came in second at 669.4. Lake Orion JV finished third at 668.02. Good stuff there. Our lady cheerleaders cheering the Oxford Wildcats on, doing very well. Very impressive. Well, that's going to wrap it up in sports. We got a few more segments. You're watching Oxford News This Week.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and this story is taken from New Scientist. Measles is in the news again, with outbreaks being reported in the UK, US, and elsewhere due to declining rates of vaccination with the measles, mumps, and rubella MMR vaccine. In England, the problem has been declared a national incident to help health officials take steps to limit further spread. The reduced MMR vaccination rates are partly due to a sharp drop in the uptake in the early 2000s after false claims were made that vaccine could cause autism, combined with people staying away from health services due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Public health messaging about measles is now everywhere, but there is one unusual effect of this virus that many may be unaware of: its ability to trigger a sustained weakening of the immune system, sometimes called immune amnesia. Doctors have long known that measles has a broad immunosuppressive effect, but the reason why was only discovered about a decade ago. In 2012, work in monkeys showed that this happens because the measles virus targets certain immune cells, including a subtype responsible for producing antibodies to previously encountered bacteria and viruses called memory B cells. Normally, these live in the lymph nodes and the spleen for years after infections. If we re-encounter the pathogen that the memory B cells make antibodies against, they quickly start multiplying, often wiping it out before we even notice any symptoms. Yet, when we are infected by measles, the virus takes over some of these very cells. Eventually, another branch of the immune system called T cells starts killing the measles-infected memory B cells. This means we get rid of the measles infection, but it also means that many of our memory B cells are wiped out, which has a terrible effect on our ability to fight off other illnesses such as ear infections, diarrhea, and pneumonia. Indeed, worldwide, more deaths occur from secondary infections that happen after the initial measles illness than as a direct result of the measles virus itself. This phenomenon was studied in people for the first time in 2013 when there was an outbreak of measles in an Orthodox Protestant community in the Netherlands that frowns on vaccinations. The families in this community usually go to the same churches and socialize together, so measles tends to sweep through their children every 5 to 10 years. As the outbreak began, some families let researchers take blood samples from their children, both before and after their measles infections. This was a unique opportunity because most of the parents still refused to get their children vaccinated, and yet they were happy to cooperate with the scientists, says Rick Van Swart at Erasmus University Medical Center in the Netherlands, who led the work. The Swartz team found that the infection caused an alarming 10 to 40% loss in the diversity of children's antibodies to other pathogens. The damage didn't happen in response to receiving the measles vaccine, which was studied in a control group of children. Other work suggests it takes about 3 years for people's immune systems to return to their former strength after measles. The longer-term effects of measles doesn't get that much attention, which may be partly because the research in the Netherlands was only published in November of 2019, and a few months later, the world's virologists turned their attention to a different virus, COVID-19. Today, many of the public health messages about measles vaccination focus on the direct effects of the infection. This is understandable given that 1 in 5 children with measles require a hospital visit, according to National Health Service England. But perhaps doctors should be bringing up the immunosuppressive effects of measles to wider attention, says Simon Williams, a public health doctor at Swansea University in the UK. So watch out. Well, that's it for this edition of Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning, and I'm partnering with the American Red Cross this year to tackle blood shortages. Giving blood's important because every 2 seconds, someone actually needs blood, and unfortunately, only like 3% of the U.S. population donates. So we have to step up to give and to make sure there's plenty of blood available for those in need. Visit redcrossblood.org to get in the game and make an appointment to give.
So Kellen Fairchild and Lotus, what a cool name, LaSalle, and I hope I didn't mess that up, love to read. The 2 4th graders at Oxford Elementary started their own book club, reviewing books on their Facebook page with regular chapter reviews, offering selected activities and crafts to complement each book and encourage others to engage. That's so cute. In the discussion, Kellen and Lotus started the Wildcat Super Readers Book Club, a private group on Facebook administered by Kellen's mom, Erica. The 2 want more young readers throughout Oxford to join the group and see what the book club is like while making new friends and reading fun and informative books. Now, Kellen and Lotus are leading activities about 1 a month in a regular in-person meeting at the Oxford Public Library. In December, the club discussed Hatchet, a 1986 Newbery-winning young adult wilderness survival novel by American writer Gary Paulson. If kids want to participate, they need to sign up through the club's Facebook page, which allows for regular contact and information sharing about what the club is currently reading. What a great way to use Facebook, and what inventive kids at 4th grade. That's incredible.
And we're on the heels of March's Reading
Oh yeah,
Month.
right.
Good stuff. I think we should get a camera down
So darn cute. We should.
These 2 young individuals creating something positive.
Oh my
and,
goodness, yeah.
I could use that growing up, learning how to read and stuff like that.
And the social network that they can create through something so pure and sweet. I'm very impressed. And if you 2 want to come on to OCTV and talk about what you've done and what you're doing and how that's growing, please give us a call. You want to give them our number?
Oh yeah, 248-628-9658. Anyways, what a great program. And we always like to finish off the last story a little bit on a positive note, and that's kind of what we do here at OCTV. OCTV can be viewed on Spectrum Charter Channel 191, Channel 99 on the AT&T UVerse system. Check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Rumble, and you know where I watch, Roku as well. If you have a show idea, maybe you'd like to be a volunteer at OCTV, you can give our office a call. Our office number again, Terry, why don't you read that off?
248-628-9658.
We're doing a contest here. Be the 9th caller. A very special thank you to producer, director, who puts up with both these 2 talented people up here on the stage. Kyle Stage, thank you, Kyle. News writer Allison Miller, she works from afar, but she gets it done. Our editor extraordinaire, Marissa Ruska. Also, programmer Connie Miller. And our program coordinator, Dan's wife. Station manager, not only is she an anchor, she's our station manager, Terry Stiles. For everyone here at OCTV, I'm Jim Hughes, hoping you have a great and safe week, and I invite you back next time. And again, we both will take a look at Oxford News this week. Have a great week.